Hey guys, me again, back with another review. This time I will finally be going over my experience with these ElecFresh seat covers for your Cybertruck. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Have always some awesome content coming soon. I post very frequently. Lately, it's been twice a day, but I'm catching up on my backlog. I've had quite a few questions about these seat covers. So I'll be going through my experience with them. No installation video this time. Sorry, these were put on sort of before I had my YouTube channel revamped. But I'll definitely show you all the ins and the outs of these seat covers while I just basically pan around and show you footage of the quality. So let's get to it. Starting with the look. My God, they match the Cybertruck's white paneling just beautifully. Couldn't be any more satisfied. Uh, just a hint of white stitching complements it very well. They kept it nice and clean. They didn't change too much about the design. Zero complaints, 10 out of 10. The material, it's made of a soft, feels honestly just like the vegan leather of the original seat covers. And the often asked question is, does it block the airflow? No, it does not. There are perforations. Let me get a little closer. It's perforations all over the areas where the air can come through for the cooling and the heat, I suppose. But you can feel that airflow coming through. Granted, it won't be as good as having your ass directly on the seat, but you'll feel the difference for sure. Don't worry about that. Speaking of worrying, it is airbag compliant. The areas where your airbags are will break away, at least according to the company, in the event of a crash. Fortunately, I have not had the chance to test out a full-on airbag deployment crash, but I hope I never have to. Uh, Seat covers in the back, well, the front seat covers are covered in the back, if that makes any sense. So you get a little pocket on each of the front seats. But yeah, they didn't skimp and just cover the front side. It goes all the way around. It gets zipped up here on the sides. And let's see if I can even get underneath. It goes pretty much all the way down underneath. There are some elastics and hooks that latch onto the seat. I'm not gonna lie, these are not for everyone in terms of installation. It took me several hours to get these done. If you are starting to figure me out by now, I am a bit of a perfectionist, however, and I like to get things done at the absolute best they can. So your results may vary. Maybe I just didn't understand how to do it. This, granted, was before their YouTube channel posted the how-to video of how to install these seat covers, which really would have helped. I was going off of some paper instructions that were printed rather poorly on, it looked like it was running out of ink on the instructions. So I had to kind of figure my way out and work my way through the installation pretty much by myself. The hardest part, and I'm sure if you get these, you might experience this as well, is tucking all of your edges in. And you can see here I had one edge that fell out. But man, do they really want you to pull and press and tuck everything in as much as possible to get that really flush look. The front seats are definitely easier than the back since you can kind of hide it under this loose plastic area. But man, are those back seats. They are a bit difficult to tuck in the back. Front seats, that's the easiest part. Literally, you slip it on, pull it down, zip it up, tie it down with elastic and hooks, and she's ready to go. You do have to tuck some things down here in the seat, in between the cushions. But again, I don't want to get too much into the install. There's plenty of videos from ElecFresh on how to do so. It did come with a different center console cover. It was more of a elastic band that held it in place. I opted to get rid of that one and bought ElecFresh's TPE center console cover. I like this one. It's much cleaner looking. You can barely tell it's even a third-party accessory. So I went with that one and sold the other one to a friend who also has a Cybertruck. But yeah, front seats, absolutely beautiful. They've already saved me from someone spilling something on my seat. They wipe up easily. Don't have to worry about the white parts getting dirty. These back seats though, I'm not going to bullshit you. These are hard to put in. And the tolerances that Tesla has are so fine in this center console area. When you start to tuck this stuff in, it gets really difficult. And that makes it so this center console is going to be, you can hear it maybe, so it's a tight fit. Mine clicks into place, but you really gotta push it in. I had a friend who, after tucking it in really well, his does not click into place. So again, your results may vary. It kind of depends on the tolerances of your truck and how much of a gap do you have in between these seats, because I cannot even get my finger in here. It is so tight with the leather coming in from both of these seat covers. It adds so much girth that it was not meant to lock into place with stuff in the way. So keep that in mind. It might fight you when you're trying to open and close this. I personally, I don't think I've ever had a guest have this thing down. So yeah, I personally don't really use this cup holder anyways, so it just sits in this flat, closed position. So I don't really care that it isn't flush and shutting all the way, but it is locked in place. Let me show you the thing that bugs me the most about these seats, these seat covers rather. Let me pull this one up. The underside. So, as I said earlier, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I did not like seeing what I'm about to show you. So this is the solution I'm peeling off before your eyes. Let's start down here. But yeah, the seat covers, they did not have a bottom. So you're able to see all the straps. Let me just peel off a little bit here. You can kind of get an idea of why I'm so the way I am. All of these little straps and poles that you gotta fish around down here, they're just ugly to me personally. All these little wrinkles, all the straps. I didn't like seeing those, so I just went down to the craft store, lucked out, found some of this, I think it was a vinyl material, and then I got some of these sort of Velcro adhesive strips, and I just measured, trimmed, cut, and I probably could use a bit more of the Velcro, honestly. But yeah, I just wanted to hide those ugly straps. I'm sure you don't care as much as I do, but that was my solution. I gave some feedback to ElecFresh of, hey, in the future, why don't you guys have some sort of, buttoning on cover or something to hide those ugly straps on the bottom. Obviously, the front seats do not have that issue, since you don't lift up your front seat like you can the rear, so it doesn't matter that those are uglier underneath. you don't see it. But for these in the back, if you have it up often to use the under storage, you're gonna see all those little hanging bits. Didn't like that. My easy, cheap $15 solution. When putting these down, I've noticed it gets a bit wrinkly, but it doesn't bother me too much. Again, most people don't even realize these aren't even the actual Cybertruck seats. They think these are OEM. But yeah, seats work fine. It doesn't interfere with the mobility of opening and closing. I've seen some people exclude putting on parts of this. Maybe you exclude the center area, and that would mitigate the whole problem I just described of this shutting. You could just omit putting that on. I've seen people omit putting on the bottoms. Funny enough, I just realized the center is different than the sides in that this isn't white. Not sure why they chose to do that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but just an observation I never noticed before. Overall, these are the best seat covers you could probably get right now on Amazon for your Cybertruck. The quality is just great. It just fits the, I have to push it. You gotta see, like, it's like a glove. It's molded to your seat. That's why putting these on are so difficult, because you're trying to force it onto a shape that it's just perfectly fit for. But yeah, I couldn't recommend any other seat cover. Honestly, there's not many out there to recommend, but these guys kind of beat everyone to the race. And just really high quality seat covers, very soft, cleans up well, like I said. I don't have many complaints aside from the ugliness of the under seats, and of course, at least in my experience, the difficulty of installation. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, I think that goes through pretty much everything I can think of these seats. Links for these seat covers will be in the description. But yeah, be sure to subscribe, like. I'll always have more Cybertruck accessory videos posting very frequently. So till next time, I will see you later.